won the event last year. The conditions were such that it really suited the boat very well. A little bit different than what we're going to see this year. We just have to sail smart and make the right decisions and hopefully have a little luck. The fact that there aren't any 72 footers, I think that the 52 footers and the Cookson 50s are going to be incredibly hard to beat. It could be a little boat race.
IRC Zero is going to be an amazing fleet this year. We got 3 other Volvo 70s and Volvo 65, and we go down to 3 Cookson 50s and a TP52. So the element of competition there is incredibly strong. It's a really strong fleet.
Step by step we are learning, and I'm really happy that there's a great bunch of people here, outsiders on the boat from the Baltic, some help from Australia and America and the British. So we are looking forward for this race.
Only a couple of us on board have done the Caribbean 600. I haven't done it before, first time with this boat and first time navigating, so it's going to be a pretty exciting adventure. So there's 3 Cookson 50s in the race. We haven't sailed against them. Triple Indy's a fixed keel and privateers canting keels, but it'll be really good. It's always good to line up against sister ships, keeps you honest.
We're largely from the Pacific Northwest, which is a light wind venue, so the light wind is maybe less alarming to us than some of the other sailors. We're like, wow, 10 knots, that's honking. Our eye is on Escapado, because they're good friends from back home. It's nice to have some truly friendly competition instead of just against strangers. I mean, one of the good things about these races is that there is some socializing, so you're not usually racing with strangers by the time the start line comes around.
And now it's my first season in Caribbean, and of course I heard about the RORC 600, Caribbean 600 as the hardest offshore sailing race in Caribbean. We are going to give the maximum, no sleeping and making a lot of maneuvers, changing the sail. So it's going to be a busy and intensive race.
One of the really interesting stories is Maiden, the boat that was sailed by Tracy Edwards, the first all-female crew to sail the Whitbread Round the World race in the 80s. And she's back again, refurbished and ready to go. This will be her first race since that time.
The boat hasn't raced as Maiden since the 1989 Whitbread. So yeah, everything's really ready. We've got the sails that the boat sailed around the world with, so nothing's that crisp anymore. But we've got a really cool crew. We've been out training the last couple of days, so I think we're just going to have fun. We're going to get Maiden back out there on the racetrack, and whatever happens, it's just a privilege to have her out there racing again.
So one of the fleets to watch has to be the Multihulls, because they're just stacked full of legends. We have Franck Cammas, we have Brian Thompson, Loïck Peyron, Giovanni Soldini and Maserati. I mean, these guys are full-on offshore racers. They're spread through 3 Mod 70s. They'll be battling each other. It'll be a very close race. Against them will be an 80-foot version of theirs, Trimaran Ultim'Emotion 2. That will be trying to beat them for line honours overall. So really the multi-hull class this year is really spectacular and one to watch.
I think it's going to be the most competitive big multi-hull fleet we've had for a long time.
There are 5 boats with 370, Maserati, PowerPlay, Argo, and also Shockwave and Ultim'Emotion.
Argo and us are quite identical, more or less, really. Giovanni is working a lot on full foil system, which are very efficient when they are working, which are a bit draggy when they are not, like any kind of foil system.
So we know that in certain conditions we suffer, and then in other conditions we have obviously a better speed. Last year's was a perfect condition, and this time doesn't look so good. Is the play.
So you have to anticipate, you have to respect for sure, but you have to know very well your opponents and to know and to understand why they are faster and why they are going that way. Because if you know them, so you know that they are going to do something which is accurately defined by the type of boat they are. And then it's not only a story of following someone, It's a story of doing something different sometimes.
Maybe it's not just a race in speed, it could be a race in strategy, and there is a lot of shift around the island, and this is important, I think, to win or to lose the race.
We've been racing 35-foot catamaran for the last 6 years, and now we've stepped it up to it's different categories, so we've brought some specialist large multi-hull sailors on board. So I'm looking forward to bringing the team up to that next level of performance, and that's really what I'm focused on, is team performance.
I love to sail fast. I've never done the RORC. Definitely don't have the experience of Brian Thompson, Giovanni. They know it to their core, but we're gonna have a great time.
There is many legs, and with a lot of change of sail configuration, and it's better than a long leg with nothing to do. So I'm happy to do this race. It's first time for me, but could be a very good fight with the other competitors.
At the end of the day, I think the team that sails the best and pushes the boat the hardest is probably going to come out on top.
One of the things that's going to make a big difference to this year's race is the weather pattern, which is really it's just going to throw the cards up in the air. There's a frontal system coming through, it's going to be light in the beginning, and it's going to be very difficult to predict a winner. The boats, they're all very competitive, from the fabulous boats that we have in class 0 and 1, and of course at the smaller end we have a lot of small boats here, but the multi-hulls as well. There'll be battles throughout the fleet that'll be interesting to watch. So the weather's going to play a big part in this race, and I can't tell you who the winner's going to be.
Like every races, it's never finished till the finishing line. Never. You can be alone at sea and you see nobody around, and suddenly there is one which is coming back.
I just think the course is great. It's a great length race. I like the fact that it starts and finishes in Antigua. It's just great to be down here. Really love it.
One thing's for sure, Caribbean 600 is really a race you're getting addicted to. We had it twice, very windy times. You gotta push a boat all the time, and we are ready.